was DK Metcalf of the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle goes in there and beats up on the Falcons. Metcalf does his fantasy damage, but now he's suffered an injury. It looks like he's going to be week to week. So I think that's something to discuss, because we did get a question in the chat at some point earlier saying, what do we make of the Seahawks wide receiver room if DK Metcalf can't go? So, Anthony, what says you on Metcalf's performance, and what are we doing with the injury? How are we going to proceed?
It was a much needed bounce back performance out of DK Metcalf, because going into that game, he had back-to-back duds with under 9.5 PPR points, despite seeing 7 and 11 targets in those two games. And there were decent matchups, 49ers, where I think we had one or two touchdowns called back, and then one against the Giants. But this Atlanta game, I said it was a smash spot. He has now scored a touchdown in every single career game. He normally lights up Atlanta Falcons, so that's one historical trend that did cash in for us. But this is significant, right? Because this looked like a worse knee injury. It's confirmed an MCL. This could have been a lot worse. This could have been a season ender. So this is a gift for fantasy managers. Now, if he does miss time, I do think this opens things up for Jaxon Smith-Njigba, right? Like, he's the obvious one who's been underwhelming this season. I was really into JSN. But I think if you want an under-the-radar pivot, and I pulled up the wrong guy. I pulled up George Fant, not Noah Fant. But Noah Fant, if Metcalf misses time, he's not a bad waiver wire ad. He's had now 10 targets total in the past two games, back-to-back games with at least 63 yards receiving and 4 receptions and 10.5 PPR points. And again, this is a throwing offense. And I think this is remember, like Noah Fant in Denver, he was a really good top 12 fantasy tight end. He has now compiled double-digit PPR points in 3 out of his past 5 games. And if there is an injury void to be filled, it would not shock me to see Noah Fant get some more run.
Yeah, I dig that. 10% target share so far this year. I like that. And yeah, he was doing some damage yesterday. I could see that being a thing. I mean, DK is going to be week to week, is what they said. I wouldn't be shocked if he misses this week, for example, but I don't think that you're looking for, I don't think it's like a long-term thing, but yeah, I agree, Anthony. Pete, did you have any thoughts on that, or?
No, I don't have much. I mean, I'm glad that we got one gift as fantasy managers, because we're not getting many. So yeah, happy to see that Metcalf is feeling a little bit better, and it was not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.